Good afternoon. Happy Sunday birthday. Hope you're all doing well today. I didn't put a notification up today, so we'll see how this goes. I just got back from church, so I was like, let me just pop on. See who would like a blessing. Oh wow, look, my little case is magnetic. My bobby pin stuck to it. I'm sure. The little things that, oh, it's getting windy outside. The little things that like my eyes catch, like, oh wow. That's so cool. I'm trying to organize my little space here. And this paper clip, I just kind of like want to throw. I don't know why. Sometimes like, just throw it. I probably shouldn't though, but I don't want it in my space. And I don't know what to do. Okay, I'll put it over here by my doggy deck. I hope y'all having a great Sunday. It's supposed to, it looks like it's going to storm here. We'll see. Sometimes it says it's going to, and it doesn't. I just got back a little while ago from church. It was very nice. It was a good service. They had this church I go to is like a different type, like not a traditional church. It's more of like, it's called Unity Life Church. It's like all accepting of all religions, and they just have like principles they live by, and they don't have one preacher. Like people in the congregation, I guess is the word we would use. They take turns, speaking a message every Sunday. And this Sunday, there were actually what they call light workers from a different, I guess you would call spirituality or religion. It's called Sukyo Mahikari. It's like from Japan. And I looked online. There's like mixed controversies, but the people that came, like there's mixed things, but that's with every religion and like, or spiritual organizations. Like you'll have some people, especially the big popular ones, like, oh, that's a cult. Oh, actually, I've even heard people call like Alcoholics Anonymous a cult. It's like, I don't know why people like, anyway, but either way, they were not a cult. They were very kind, and they gave a beautiful, like, just, I don't even want to call it a sermon because that's not what it is at this church, but just a message about spirituality and what spirituality is. And then they offered blessings, and I haven't had a blessing like that from like a very spiritual being since I met my guru Amma. And when I met my guru Amma, she's so beautiful. Like I have her picture here on my altar. When I met my guru Amma, she blessed my husband and I, and like the tears just like flowed. I get very, very emotional in these blessings because it's like these people so freely give themselves, like Amma, like, she I'm sure she, either way, they just so freely give themselves, and the same thing I felt today after the message, the light workers gave their light, and they didn't have to do that, and it's like they just reminded us to go out and do the same thing. Oh, I messed up my bending. They just reminded us to go out and do the same thing, to give our love and our light. I need to do that. Hey, Sion, what's up for you in your career? Let's see. Shall we try? I just hopped on, so I was shuffling while I was running my mouth about church this morning. I call it a church, but it's not really. It's a church, I guess, but not in the traditional sense. It's like a spiritual center. Okay, let me pray over the deck, Sion, and we'll see about your career. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming and dropping in. My source, my creator, thank you for being here. Thank you for the blessings just down from the air that we breathe and all the people and things involved to the food we eat. I thank you so much. I ask that you guide my words in this deck for Sion. Is Sion seeking spiritual advice and spiritual wisdom in regards to their career? I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come in with healing words and words of wisdom and knowledge for Sion and their career, and what's to come in that career, and what they can do to cultivate the life that they want so much. I speak words of light, love, and positivity, and so it is. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle Sion, thinking of you, and I just want you to have an open mind and an open heart to the message. And that's it. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and wisdom. I ask that you just guide my words in this deck for Sion. Is Sion seeking a spiritual connection and knowledge and wisdom regarding their career? I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for this community, for my spirit allies, for this deck. When one rises, we all rise. Okay. Hey, Sterling. How are you, brother? Sorry, I'm going to yell. I was just thinking, if you're going to the races, I get to go this time. So I'll see you on the 23rd. All right, Sion. Your first card is the Queen of Wands. I'm naturally creative. Now I'm like, oh, I wonder what your career is. Let me see. The Queen of Wands. Creativity, self-empowerment, and support. As an individual in your reading, the Queen of Wands expresses her ideas in a tangible way, often through media and the arts. Wise and passionate, she has integrity, and her opinion is highly respected. As a situation, the card is an invitation to express yourself creatively, and to follow your passions truly, freely, and fearlessly. When you do this, success comes naturally. If you have doubts about creating or promoting a product or service, this card is the green light. And as good communication is highlighted now, love relationships thrive. Nice. I don't know what your career is, but it's like calling for you to be creative and to do, as it said in its own words, if you have doubts about creating or promoting a product or service, this card is the green light. All right. 10 of Cups. I have all I wish for in my relationships. Complete happiness and fulfillment. You are crowned with success and can now appreciate life's blessings. The card signifies the freedom to live as you choose, and you feel at home in every sense. You enjoy close bonds with family, friends, groups, and children. And at home, life is serene and relationships are harmonious. In love, this 10 shows the ultimate expression of emotion, which is demonstrated in a way you recognize. You are loved the way you need to be loved. An additional meaning is finding your ideal home. So it's not in regards to your career, but man, that's nice. Like, it's just validating your surroundings and that people love you, the world. I celebrate life and welcome new energy. And I find like the more I cultivate that attitude of gratitude, the more openings I get in a different field for my career, So it's pretty cool that the cards are kind of like giving you a green light to be creative in your process and your career, but then like cultivating that attitude of gratitude for you. The figure on top of the world dances in a cosmic rainbow. The colors of dynamic titanium quartz. Crystals emanate from the crown of the dancer's head, while lotus flowers symbols of the chakras flourish. She is one with the universe, and her dance signifies the celebration of her connection with everything and the sense of wholeness and wonder this brings. The world shows the successful completion of a life phase or project. You celebrate this and may even receive a gift or reward. So look, Sion, they're like urging like to go and be creative, and then this is like, wow. I don't know. Now I'm like really interested in like what's your career. Anyways, you celebrate this and you may even receive a gift or reward. Your horizons expand and new ideas beckon. The card also suggests physical travel. Oh, take me with you. I love a vacation. Such as overseas adventure. Your world is as happy. Your world is happy as you look to the future. Oh, Sion, I love your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you. I always get giddy for other people too when they have readings like this. It's like just like, well, I'll leave the message there. I'm sure you heard the messages it was supposed to be received. So thank you, Sion, for letting me read for you. I appreciate you. Oh, Starling. I can't wait until we go to races. It will be fun. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm excited. You have to come back and let me know how your career goes. And I know it's going to be everything that you hope for and more. All right, Sterling. I would usually tell you no to the 5 cards, but I don't have a list going. I popped on like last minute, so I was like, I don't have a list. You're my only other one. A 5 card. Okay. I'm gonna pray over the deck, Sterling, and then we can do 5 since there's nobody else in here. Yeah, I'm excited about the races too. And then Cindy and David. You've never met Cindy and David, have you? Anybody else that jumps on and watches, you have to go look at Forgotten Angel, Tampa, Florida. They're a foundation that support young men and women who've aged out of the foster care system. And they're just amazing. Like when I met David and Cindy, the founder and the co-founder, Cindy's the founder and David's the co-founder. I was just like, oh, I want to be like them when I grow up. All right, Starling, I'm going to pray over the deck. Okay. Yes, they're amazing. Like you're going to just feel their I don't even know the word to say it. Like you can tell they genuinely care. Yeah, you know what I mean. They genuinely care. I know that fake phony stuff. Yeah. Forgotten Angels, Tampa, Florida. Go check it out. All right, Sterling. My higher power, my source, creator of all, thank you for this day and all of our blessings. I ask that you come in and guide my words in this deck to provide words of healing, words of wisdom and knowledge for my brother Sterling. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to provide words of love, confidence, and prosperity. When one rises, we all rise. Okay, I'm going to shuffle. Hey, Subin. Yeah, I'm doing Sterling. And then, all right, Sterling, I have Subin. So, brother, looks like it's going to be a 3 for you. I do love you, though. I rid this deck of any negativity. I ask that you guide my words in this deck to provide words of wisdom, knowledge, and love to Sterling. I'm grateful to my spirit allies and to Source for always guiding us, protecting us, and loving us. When one rises, we all rise. Something came up, look, and every time I'm like, okay, I'll do your 5 card, then somebody ends up coming in. I can do a 5 card for you over the phone one day, though. I'm always here. When I jump on the lives, I feel Like when people come in though, you know how it goes. But you know I'll read a 5 card for you anytime, brother. This one feather's like, sure, crazy time. All right. The star. Oh, I love this card. Look, Sterling, your spirit allies are blessing you for taking the 2 cards off. I am inspired and positive about the future. You better be cultivating that positive attitude. A maiden kneels by water at twilight. The 8 luminous stars above her are symbols of hope and guidance. 8 is the number of change. Ooh. The 2 pairs of tanzanite rocks placed before and behind her represent balance. The maiden pours water from 2 urns onto the earth and into the pool, signifying the flow of emotions through the past and into the present and the future. And my dogs are just validating this message. I know you hear them. I would apologize, but at this point, most of y'all know the pack. So, oh, if you go live, I'll definitely check you out. Look, it's okay. That's what they're there for. The star brings inspiration, hope, and healing. Protected and guided, you find your creative and spiritual path. And I know that you're definitely a spiritual being. So I love that they're validating you in that spiritual journey. Hey, Stick, sweet brother of ours. The card indicates that creative projects are beginning to flow and can often denote healing and other therapeutic work. This may be an emotional time when you feel connected with and focused upon your personal goals. Nailed it. If y'all haven't checked out Sterling, Will, and Sick, y'all got to go check out their channels. They're amazing, positive brothers. And and when it's hard, we got to have community. And when it's not hard, we have to have community just to give back what we so graciously were given. All right, the King of Swords. I cannot talk today. The King of Swords. I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. Yeah, Sterling, look, he's got content. They both got content for dates. You got to go check them out. I've been slacking. Like I'm in this phase of sobriety where I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I have to just tell my brain, yes, you do, because if you don't do that, then it's not good. King of Swords, strategy, decisions, and action. As a person, this king is charming, intelligent, and quick-witted, but potentially ruthless. This is my gentle deck, and they're like ruthless. As a decision is about to be made, and you may need to look at the cards surrounding the king to discern whether this will be positive or negative. Overall, careful planning is needed now, creating a strategy to take you forward that needs to be clear and direct. Think through your options carefully. This needs forethought rather than an impulsive approach. So your spirit allies are just validating maybe a big decision to make and just saying to be careful and be cautious and weigh out everything. And your last one is the Page of Pentacles. I am open to opportunities for personal growth. Yeah, you are. I picked that up. Like you're such a spiritual being and you're never stagnant. You're always growing. So I love that your spirit allies and swords are validating that. An opportunity, a positive influence. As a person in your reading, this page is often a young person who is enthusiastic, full of ideas and ambition. He may be in education or looking for work, and if so, the card foretells success in examinations and interviews. As a situation, you're in a growth phase, so maybe drawn toward education or find other opportunities to develop your skills through work, like maybe your channel and producing a lot more content. You can make positive changes to your life through looking at practical outcomes that bring future rewards. Oh, I like your reading, but be careful, ruthless one. I love how only you can draw out some ruthless. I'm just picking on you. I love that you take it so graciously too. And that's all spirituality is about, realizing that we're not perfect and realizing that we can grow. When we're open to our spiritual side, we can grow, and that's all it takes. I adore you. Thank you for being here and letting me read for you. All right, 7, a general reading. And thank you for coming back, all of you who come back and visit and support me in this channel and raising the positive vibrational fields of the world we live in. All right, 7, I'm going to pray over the deck, okay? Source, creator of all, thank you for this day. Thank you for the air we breathe and just the little blessings that sometimes we tend to forget about and not acknowledge. I ask that you guide my words in this deck for Subin, as Subin is seeking spiritual advice and wisdom today. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come in and lead with words of love, light, and positivity. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, Subin, I'm going to shuffle, thinking of you, and just keep an open mind and an open heart to the message. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only lead with words of love, light, and positivity. Just please continue to guide my words in this deck for Subin, as Subin is seeking spiritual connection and just spiritual guidance and spiritual wisdom. When one rises, all. Sterling, I'm ruthless in real life. I mean, I've been there. Trust me. I'm like, I don't care. We're all human, you know. I'm gonna burn the house down with my incense. I finally ordered some more cones the other day. All right, 7, 6 of Swords. I know that peaceful times will come. If I remember correctly, 7, you had an intense read the other day, I thought. I might be mistaken, but yeah. But this one is just reminding you that peaceful times will come. Moving on, finding a safe haven after an intense, demanding time. This harmonious 6 is a reassurance that you will be able to distance yourself from strife and pressure. Finances become more manageable. You complete a demanding project at work, and in relationships, the cards can show making up after a disagreement or moving on alone after a breakup. Whichever path brings you more security, serenity, and ultimately peace of mind. The literal meaning of the card is travel. Yeah, I do remember 7 because you usually jump on pretty fast when I'm on. And I remember that. I do. I hope it's getting better. Well, this is your spirit allies and your source telling you it will, you know. So I'm thinking of you, and I'm just sending you my love and light. Hey, Elham, with that pretty dress. I'll write your name down, sweetie, okay? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, 7. The 8 of Wands. I manifest multiple opportunities, and look, the full moon is here. It's time for manifesting, which I believe you can manifest, you know, through the day. I try to manifest positive attitude, and, you know, so manifestation isn't just a full moon in my personal beliefs, but now it's very powerful. 8 of Wands. News, messages, and energy. 8, number of change in the passionate, driven suit of wands signifies news that creates new opportunities. It's the card of communication, and events begin to speed up. So if you have been waiting for a decision or other news, this is highly likely now. In general, there will be more emails, texts, and other messages arriving. Travel is also favored. So this busy card brings opportunities for frequent trips for work and short breaks for leisure. The advice here is to pause and consider your options rather than respond impulsively. Oh, that's easier said than done. Well, that's a little bit more uplifting, like slow changes through maybe something hard that you might have went through. The Queen of Swords. I protect what matters to me. The Queen of Swords. Independence, insight, and strength. As a person, this queen is self-reliant and resilient and does not shy away from risk. She defends those close to her fiercely, but can be overly demanding. As a situation, you will need to take a logical approach to solving a problem. In readings, the card often arises to denote a high level of responsibility and leadership in work or at home, from managing a business to being a lone parent. In relationships, the card suggests feeling single due to a partner being away or because you are currently unattached. So I protect what matters to me. Yeah, you got a lot going on still, but I love that your first one is just guiding you that peaceful times will come. Just stay grounded, and especially with this queen card coming up, like it sounds like you have a lot on your shoulders. And your last reading felt that way too. So you got this though. And just every day, every time I'm going through hard things in my life, I just try to remind myself of all the blessings I have. And I find that the more I get better at doing that, the easier it is to deal with all the hard crap that we have to deal with, you know? So thank you, Seven, for being here and coming back. I always find it like I'm so blessed, like, because I could see how my ego, if I got a hard reading from somebody, like Sterling is a prime example. I've given Sterling readings and he's gotten several hard readings and he still comes back to me. And I know my ego would be like, I'm never going to that tarot reader again because dang, the readings are hard. So it just shows that you're spiritually connected and that you trust your higher power. So every little time it feels hard, just remember that you're guided and protected and loved, you know. So thank you again, Seven. I appreciate you. And I'm sending you so many healing vibes and so many positive vibes. All right, Sig, did you want a reading or were you here just to show some love? If you have not went to Sick Bastard's channel or Sterling Will's channel, you got to go check them out. They're moto vloggers. Just they call us in this it's called the Shade Tree Army. Shade Tree Surgeon is another moto vlogger, and they call us bad people doing good things. You can't scare me. Look, see Sterling. He's like, you can't scare me. I already know all that anyways. Sick might have just been here to show some love. So if Sick does not want a reading, Elham is next. Ooh, Doctor, you've got a job application in Elham. I remember a lot of your readings being about, I think, a romantic partner, if I remember correctly. I hope that's going the way you wanted to. And now you put a job application in. Look, once we relocate to Florida, you're going to have to all pray for me and keep off for us to find our new jobs and what that'll look like. I'm excited but nervous, ready to get back to real work. This isn't real work, but work that has an income. Okay, Elham, I'm gonna pray like real work. This is real work to me too. This is deeper work, but work with an income. Okay, will they accept your? So that's a yes or no question. I do have some cards in here that will say yes. So we'll see. Hope it'll come up, but if not, hope it'll provide some guidance at least. My spirit allies, my source, creator of all. Thank you for being here and guiding my words in this deck. I ask that you do the same for Elham, as Elham has put in an application for a new job, and she's seeking spiritual advice and wisdom in regards to whether she'll be accepted for this job or not. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to provide words of wisdom and light in regards to this job application and if Elham will receive that job. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle thinking of you, and I just want you to keep an open heart and an open mind. I read this deck of any negativity. I only lead with words of love, light, and positivity. Just guide my words and guide this deck to provide clarity to Elham regarding this job application and possible new job, whether she'll receive that job or not. I'm grateful to my source and my spirit allies, this community, and for helping me to raise the positive vibrational fields of the world we live in. When one rises, we all rise. Hey, Antonia. That's a really cool name. I'm going to write your name down. After Elham, I'm actually open. So I'm going to write your name down. Thank you for being here. I don't remember if I've seen your name before. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, please forgive me because my brain doesn't ever stop sometimes. All right, Elham. The Chariot. I go forward with confidence. I love when the cards give like that. Like, don't question it. Whether this person takes you or not, you're worthy of the best job ever. All right, the Chariot. But let me read it. The chariot shows a charioteer on an important journey, leaving behind him the city, his known world. On his breastplate is the pentagram studded with crystals. The central crystal is carnelian, a stone of courage. His chariot is drawn. Sorry, I'm giggling because Keepon's like shaking his paint. He's over there painting minis. So I'm like, on his breastplate is the pentagram studded with crystals. The central crystal is carnelian, a stone of courage. His chariot is drawn by two horses, which symbolize the positives and negatives he will encounter on his travels. He must balance the dark and the light in order to move in the right direction. This is a time for action, to make progress and move on to the next stage of your life path. The chariot reveals a great step forward from taking the driving seat in your projects, career, and relationships to traveling physically too. Summon your energy and determination as you forge ahead. So it's not giving a yes, but oh, thank you. I nearly rubbed it off on accident. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll write your name down, Falgini. I hope I'm not saying that wrong, Falgini. If you're able to stick around, I have this reading one more and I'm open. All right, Elham. If you believe in manifestation, there's a crystal attached to this card, Elham, or if you believe in crystals, is carnelian. Carnelian is a stone of energy and courage, links with the base chakra for security and identity. Carnelian helps promote a stronger sense of self, so you can go forward with confidence and determination. Whenever you feel life is pulling you in two directions, hold the carnelian and it will guide you to the right path and give you the courage you need. All right, your next one is the Knight of Swords. I choose my battles wisely. But look, I really like that card. It's like calling to your career too, Elham. So I like that one in regards to this job of yours. You're going to have to let me know. All right, Knight of Swords. Problems and conflict. As a person, this knight is attention seeking and power driven. Oh, the cards are not nice today, huh? It may create drama for its own sake. As a situation, the card suggests trouble is coming from arguments to other challenges to your authority. As a knight, the card denotes speed. So a situation may escalate suddenly, needing a quick response from you. These situations may not be your concern, but you may become drawn into the drama regardless. The message is to avoid this person or situation whenever possible, as it is unlikely you can win. So I don't know if that's in regards to your career, but your spirit allies, your source are just guarding or like warning you of something. So just take it and receive it as you will and be careful. And I pray that you don't have any drama coming your way because drama is no fun. And then you have the Queen of Swords, independence, insight, and strength. As a person, this queen is self-reliant, and resilient, and does not shy away from risk. She defends those close to her fiercely. This may be like going along with this drama card. So your spirit allies kind of spoke on your career. It didn't give you a yes, but it looks good. But then they're like warning you of something, Elham. She defends those close to her fiercely, but can be overly demanding. As a situation, you wanted to take a logical approach to solving a problem. And it might be about your career. You know more about this job than I do, so I shouldn't speak into it. As a situation, you'll need to take a logical approach to solving a problem. In readings, the card often arises to denote a high level of responsibility and leadership in work or at home, from managing a business to being a lone parent. In relationships, the card suggests feeling single due to a partner being away or because you are currently unattached. So I don't want to read into it because you know more about the job or the application. So, and the personal things going on in life. So thank you though, Elham, for coming and letting me read for you. And you have to come back and let me know how the job app went. I hope if it's what you want and you know it lines up for your highest good, that it happens, you know. And if not, always remember we're loved, guided, and protected. And when one door closes, another one opens. So thank you for letting me read for you. All right. Next is, oh, I'm glad. Sometimes I wonder, like, but it usually always resonates, especially with people who are open to the message and truly know that their higher power is here to speak with them. So I'm glad it was great for you. And I'm glad that it made you feel good and loved, because that's what this is about, you know? Oh, I appreciate you, Elhan. Thank you for validating that. Hey, is, huh? I hope I said it right. I'm going to write your name down, okay? I've got two ahead of you, and then if you can stick around, I'll read for you, Isham. All right, Antonia. I'm Antonia. I'm an actress in my country, but it's so hard to get jobs. Do you think I should do something else, or is it going to happen for me? Antonia, are you here? And I'm so sorry. I know that field is a very hard field, and I know that um yeah, it's hard. I know it is. I just want to make sure you're still here. Sometimes people jump off. If you're still here, Antonia, just jump in the chat for me. And then after Antonia is Falguni, if you're still here. So Antonia and then Falguni. Okay, Antonia's here. Okay. All right, I'm going to pray over the deck. And since I have some cards that say yes, I'll word the question, is this going to happen for you? Like, is the acting career going to happen for you? And then if we don't get a yes card, hopefully it'll provide us with some spiritual clarity or something to meditate or pray over here, okay? My source, my higher power, creator of all, I ask that you guide my words in this deck to provide Antonia with words of wisdom and knowledge regarding her acting career. I know that this career can be very demanding and very hard, and there's not a sense of security sometimes. So I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to bring in words of wisdom and clarity as to, is this acting career something Antonia should continue to pursue? I thank you for your love, light, and wisdom. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle the deck, Antonia, thinking of you, and I just want you to have an open heart and an open mind to the message. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and wisdom. I just ask that you continue to guide my words in this deck for Antonia. As Antonia's feeling, maybe she doesn't know whether this acting career is something she should continue to pursue. Just help guide her and provide words of wisdom and clarity. When one rises, we all rise. Okay. All right, the Two of Cups. I am worthy of the deepest kinds of love. Love and sometimes the spirit allies tell us something else that we weren't expecting, huh? Love and partnership. This lovely two reminds you of the value of the soulmates in your life and can signify finding a new partner or friend with whom you have an instant bond. This may be romantic or platonic, but you feel naturally and intimately connected, as if you have known one another for a lifetime or more. Spiritually, the card can denote a karmic bond. In work, the card shows positive, supportive friends and colleagues who act in partnership with you to achieve a shared goal. So they are validating. Now, I thought it was just going to be about love life. I forgot that at the end it throws in there. In work, the card shows positive, supportive friends. So, like, this is even validating, like, even though your acting career is probably like making you doubt it, it's like validating the relationships you built within that career so far. and being grateful for those relationships to achieve a shared goal. I like that. It puts a positive feel on something that you might be feeling like down about right now. Our higher power is amazing at doing that, isn't it, when we want to listen. The Queen of Pentacles. I have everything I need to prosper. The Queen of Pentacles, support and sensuality. As a person in your reading, this queen is a helper, full of practical advice and support for friends and close family. She is firmly rooted in her home and naturally nurtures everything and everyone in her circle. Down to earth, she is a pragmatist who values actions over words. As a situation, the card represents excellent management, financial abundance, and giving, and also can denote empathy and nature, children, and animals. The message here is generosity and financial and emotional security. So they're just validating this. Like, I really feel like they're giving you these vibes of like, don't doubt this. Like, you've got this. Your higher power always provides. Even when I was in like the pit of using and drinking, I was always blessed and provided for, and now that I'm sober and now that I have this attitude of gratitude, I just see that and I'm not as worried as much. So this is just your spirit allies reminding you of you're okay. If this is what your heart if this is what aligns with your higher self and is truly what you want to do, then you can cultivate that life. You can manifest that life. You just have to try to cultivate faith in your higher power that it'll happen. All right, the Empress. I create what I choose naturally and with joy. Look, talking about manifesting. I I love tarot. It just gives us like spirituality outside of, the typical Sunday sermon or whatever. I just love how we can connect. It just reminds us that we can connect with our source anytime we want. The Empress, the pregnant Empress is the tarot mother, signifying fertility and abundance. And my dog fully agrees with this. She brings new life, symbolized by the seedling growing from her palm and the life-giving water that flows around her. The sun ripens the corn, ready for harvest or birth. She holds at her heart a rhodonite sphere, pink and black, the colors of love and protection. See, you're okay. You got this. It will happen if that's what you want to happen. And expressions of her feelings for her unborn child. The Empress reveals that you are entering a productive, abundant life phase. Like, who else? Like, of course, acting would make you abundant. Finances improve. Your domestic life is harmonious, and you feel closely connected to those you care for: partners, children, family, and friends. The card asks you to be inspired by what or whom you love the most. So your cards aren't saying, yes, this is going to happen for you, but they are in a way. They're reminding you that whatever you want to happen will happen. You just have to try to cultivate that faith and remind yourself daily of all the blessings that you have. Thank you, Antonia. And I'm like sending you so much love and light, because I know seeking new careers and jobs that we really want can be stressful, and we can doubt ourselves. Like, even me with my tarot reading, I was like, I really love doing this, but like, am I gonna have any, income from this? But I have to just remind myself daily that this isn't necessarily about the money, but it's about this spiritual connection and helping people rise like tarot did for me. Oh, thank you so much. I needed a good message. This is not my first language, so sorry if it's not clear. No, it's beautiful. I cannot tell. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for validating my gift. I appreciate it. I'm forever grateful for it and being connected to higher power and source. And thank you for being here. I think I said that already. I tend to say thank you like over and over again, but I truly do feel grateful for all of y'all. And I'm wishing you so much luck when you as your journey continues. You have to come back and visit me and let me know how it's going, because I know it'll manifest. All right. I'm probably saying this name so wrong. Falguni said, I love your Bindi and thank you so much. Falguni, if you're still here and you want a reading, Falguni, you can hop in the chat. And then after Falguni is Isha. Falguni and then Isha. And I think y'all are new too, maybe. If you're not new, forgive me if you're returning. I tend to forget sometimes. Falguni, hop in the chat for me if you're still here. And then while we wait a little bit for Falguni, if Isha is still here, Isha can hop in the chat. Falguni and Isha. Falguni, if you're still here, or Isha, which they might have jumped off. So if they're not here, if somebody else is that wants a reading. Wow, it's already almost been an hour. And I thought it was going to thunderstorm, but it didn't. Still kind of, it's been overcast here for like a week now. Kefop's over there painting miniatures. I wonder if he's doing it live. I'm going to sneak it in while I'm waiting. If Falguni or Isha comes back, you can hop in the chat for a reading if you would like to. I hope you're all having a great Sunday. I was saying when I first jumped on at my spiritual center, I call it church, but it's not like church. It's totally different than the other churches that I've went to. It's very spiritual and all accepting of all religions. They had light workers there today, and I've never received a light healing. Like I receive Reiki healings on YouTube, but like I've never had an in-person Reiki healing or an in-person light healing, and it was amazing. I was so blessed. Every time I receive blessings, I just get so emotional that somebody else is graciously giving me their gift, of healing and love and light. So my ego was like, I don't want to jump on YouTube, but like the whole before the light healing, the whole part of the spiritual talk was like about giving back to people what we've been given, which also lines up with what they say in my AA community about giving back what we've been given. So did I feel, hey Dupree? Yeah, I it's hard to say, I felt the energy because that's the only other time I've cried like that is whenever I receive blessings. I received a blessing from my guru Amma, and it was the same feeling of just tears just coming down because I'm so grateful that these people share their spirituality and their love, light, and wisdom. And so, yeah, I felt it in that way. Like my emotions were just so raw and just the tears just came, but it was tears of gratitude and it was tears of love and light, So yeah, I felt their energy. Yeah, it really was. And I Googled them. It was the first time I'd ever met them. They come from a Japanese, I don't know the right word, spiritual program, or I don't know. I don't want to say it wrong, but it's a community called Sukyo Mahikari. Sukyo Mahikari. And they did this chant when they started their light healing that reminded me a lot of my my Hindu prayers that I say. So it was in Japanese, but it sounded almost just like my Hindu prayers. And it was just, God's amazing. Once I open my eyes and my spirit soars, it's just amazing. The healing, well, it was just a 10-minute, But I was so like emotional that the girl that did my light healing was like, would you like, so first I was facing them. And so after the first 10 minutes, the other two healers went for other people, but she was like, would you like to receive a healing on your neck? And I was like, yes, I won't turn away a healing. And so I then turned around and she did 10 more minutes. I guess because we can have tension here. I really want to learn. They have free classes on it. And so I took the name down because I would like to learn how to give light like they did as well. And so she did 10 more minutes on the back of my neck. And so all together, it was a 20-minute session. And they do it for free. They have it here. I live in Georgia in the United States, and they do it for free, you know? So I really want to go more to their, I don't know what you would call it, whether you call it a church or not, or a sanctuary, or either way, where they meet and learn how to do that too. It was a blessing. It truly was. And welcome. I don't know if I've seen your name, Dupree. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And if you have been here, forgive me, because I do forget names at times. Would you like a reading? Or are you just here checking things out? And that's okay too if you are. Yeah, welcome. Here, and you can even look up these people. I read online some people called it a cult, but I'm like, whatever. Some people call Alcoholics Anonymous a cult. So sometimes people just don't get it, so they want to speak bad on it, you know. Okay, I'm going to split this here too in case you're interested in the light workers, the light healers, and then I'll pray over the deck and we'll just do a 3-card reading, Dupree. All right. Source, creator of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for this community. I ask that you guide my words in this deck for Dupree. As Dupree's here, just seeking spiritual connection, spiritual wisdom, love, and light. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to guide my words in this deck and to provide Dupree with a sense of love, light, and positivity. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle thinking of you, Dupree, and I just want you to have an open mind and an open heart to the message. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only lead with words of love, light, and positivity. I ask that you just guide my words in these cards to spiritually connect with Dupree and continue to help me raise the positive vibrational field to the world we live in. I'm forever grateful for all the blessings we have and will continue to have. When one rises, we all rise. Okay. I'm surprised on Schumann hasn't been on here yet. Usually on Schumann's like the first one. Nithya. Hey. Aw, thank you. Of course. I'm doing Dupree right now, but I got you down, Nithya. I remember that name. I think you've come back. Haven't you been here before? If you have, thank you. And if not, welcome. But I think I remember that name. All right, Dupree. Your first card is the 5 of Wands. It says, I stand my ground and look for peace. Oh, that's hard. That sounds like a complicated one. Tests and challenges. This 5 is a card of intense energy, which often signifies a battle of wills. The result is that you may feel tested and struggle to be heard. This is a show of ego, a play fight rather than a serious attack. The message is to try not to take the situation to heart. I always say easier said than done, but it's urging you to try not to take it to heart and it will soon pass. In readings, the card can show family and work squabbles and literal tests such as like taking or driving or sitting at other examinations. So your higher power source is just speaking. Welcome back, Nithya. Thank you. Dupree, your higher power is just speaking to possibly something going on right now that might just be testing and challenging and just reminding you that it's okay. You're loved, guided, protected, and it will pass. All right, this is the High Priestess. My intuition guides me to the truth. My intuition guides me to the truth. The High Priestess stands between 2 pillars which separate the physical world and the spiritual realm. Wearing blue and white robes, she holds a sacred book emblazoned with a key, symbolizing teaching, wisdom, and truth. She stands upon a pathway of lapis lazuli, one of my favorite crystals, and has a lapis stone on her third eye chakra. Lapis signifies truth, higher purpose, and spiritual knowing. It was one of the crystals I sought out whenever I first went on this spiritual journey, because I read that and it was blue, and like blue like the ocean was like my thing, and it really helped me to, either way, I'll shut up and read. Lapis signifies truth, higher purpose, and spiritual knowing. Her moon crown denotes intuition and psychic connection. The high priestess asks you to follow your inner knowing. So this is a time to listen to your intuition and to trust yourself. You may be drawn to spiritual development or psychic work just now. Look like, and you were even asking me about the light reading, the light healing. The card can also show finding a teacher or mentor and seeking deeper personal knowledge. Another aspect of the card is the need for discretion, privacy, and even secrecy. You may have a secret to protect. All right, let's see your next one. Oh, strength. That's a good one. I love this card. It's so beautiful. I can deal with whatever comes my way. And look, that kind of connects back to this one, huh? Like, you're good. You're good. You got this. Strength. A maiden sits serenely, gently holding the head of the lion as she would a pet. The maiden may appear fragile, but she has the courage and patience to calm his wilderness. The pendant at her heart is made from tiny Herkimer diamonds, arranged in a figure 8, the symbol of infinity, shown also above the crown of her head. The Herkimer diamonds, Herkimer diamonds. I've never heard of that one. I haven't ever read this card before, I don't think. In my doggy deck, I have, but not in the Crystal Power deck. Herkimer diamonds symbolize her endurance and calm purpose. Strength asks you to hold your position and face whatever confronts you. That kind of goes back to that first card. You may feel you are being tested. Oh, yeah, it does go back to that first card. But with the calm acceptance, the situation is manageable. This too shall pass. This may relate to an external situation or an inner emotional conflict. An additional meaning of the card is the return of vitality and a sense of well-being. My dog's freaking out because I think storms are coming. Oh, Dupree, I didn't look. That was a pretty deep. An additional meaning of the card is the return of vitality and sense of well-being. So maybe there's some turmoil going on, but it's like it's okay. And look, they're speaking to like your spiritual side too. Thank you for letting me read for you. I'm excited you're here. I love just everybody that comes here just seems to be such good spirits. I always say I'm so grateful, knock on wood, that I haven't had like bombers or any bad attitudes. Like people have just been so sweet here. So thank you for letting me read for you. I appreciate you. Nithya, let me get this one because she's going to do that because the storm's coming. I'll be right back. Stay here if you would like a reading though, okay? Oh, Dupree, I'm so excited for you. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to yell, but my husband, I just know how amazing a spiritual awakening is. I went through my first, it happens more and more, but my first original awakening was like 6 months ago. So I'm so excited for you. You have to come back as your journey continues. But hold on, Nikki, I'll be right back. And thank you again, Dupree. I'm so excited for you. You have to go to a metaphysical store and get a lapis lazuli. A lapis lazuli. It's an amazing crystal. If you haven't got one already. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Little babe. Come here, baby. Night, night. No, the better quit. Now they're all crazy because only one got to come in. Wow, that's huge. Yeah, yours is. Yours is deep, Dupree, if you're still here. Yeah, my spiritual journey has been a long one too. I was in and out of like organized religion for the longest, but over the past 6 months is like when I truly got connected to God and really learned about faith, you know. Yeah. Okay. No, Bubba, quit. All right, Nithya. A guidance for today. All right, I'm gonna pray over the deck, okay, Nithya? I need to work out more because like literally all I did was go to the door and I'm like okay. Focus. Okay. Force, higher power, creator of all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for guiding my words in this deck. I said you do the same for Nithya, as Nithya's here to just seek spiritual guidance and spiritual wisdom and connection today. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come in with words of love, light, wisdom, and just peace and serenity. I'm sending Nithya abundance, healing, and prosperity. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle the deck thinking of you, and I just want you to have an open heart and an open mind to the message. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and positivity. I'm grateful to this community, to my spirit allies, to Source, to this deck, for helping to raise the positive vibrational field of the world we live in. I ask that you continue to guide my words and the cards for Nithya to connect with Nithya with spiritual guidance and spiritual wisdom. When one rises, we all rise. All right. The Three of Swords. I see things exactly as they are. That intuition. Let's see. Loss and heartbreak. Hidden information comes to light after often bringing sorrow and tears. In love, the card can show betrayal, such as affairs. Overall, this three denotes upset and stress. I'm so sorry if that is happening to you. And you may need to take extra care of yourself physically and emotionally, because stress can come through the body physically. There's an additional message here, however, which is to seek the truth, to get to the heart of the matter in the most direct way you can. When you see a situation exactly as it is, with no expectations or romantic filter, you are then in a position to deal with it. I'm going to leave that there because it's a general reading. So I'll leave it there. And I'm sending you love, light, and positivity if there's a deep situation going on. All right. Judgment. I look back with compassion for myself. Oh, that's a deep one. You have a deep reading, Nithya. Let's see. An angel holds a trumpet up to his lips, summoning up the past. When he blows the instrument, he awakens us to ourselves. Old anger and fears are released as butterflies. Beauty and light emerge from the heaviness of memory. The trumpet is made from bloodstone, stone of cleansing and healing. The angel's wings are pink, the color of love and compassion. Judgment offers an opportunity to assess your actions before moving on to a new life phase. You may decide to give a relationship or situation a second chance. The past may come back to you in the form of memories, and there could be an opportunity to release old emotions. That kind of connects to that first one, maybe. At a spiritual level, this card shows a spiritual awakening and can indicate mediumship. Oh, I'm so sorry. But look, there's like, this is also like, it kind of hit with me because I've had to actually do that. Like, look at my past and my sober journey and the program of sobriety that I work. I've literally had to write down my past and face it, but it's helped me cultivate a deeper spirituality, which ultimately makes me feel a lot better too, The crystal attached to that is bloodstone. Bloodstone clears blockages, helping release whatever's in your way so that healing can take place. So if you are in this process and you like crystals, they're kind of calling for bloodstone. Bloodstone is linked with both the heart chakra for love and the base chakra for security and identity. The stone's green color releases past emotions and past fears, while its red speckles release anger and self-blame. Hold the bloodstone and feel yourself releasing the past as you exhale. Oh, that's hard though. I know it's hard to let the past go sometimes. All right. Yeah, it's a deep reading, Nithya. Two of Pentacles. I calmly make the best possible decision. And like if you have all this going on, finding the calm can be hard, But this is just your higher power, your spirit allies reminding you that you can do it and that they're with you, guiding you and protecting you at all times. They're always there for us. And our ancestors, like we are so loved and blessed. Even when we feel like down or bad things happen, we're just so blessed. Two of Pentacles, a choice, the tension between opposites. There may be a need to decide between two strong options, such as two job offers, two locations, or even two people. This card often comes up to denote the process of decision making, weighing up the potential positives and negatives while feeling under pressure. This too can also represent balancing the books, keeping money flowing so income equals expenditure. There may be two bills or two commitments that need equal attention. Cash needs careful management. But yeah, if you're going through all this, then I can see why they're calling for balance here. If you are, Nithya, I'm just sending you so much love, light, and positivity, and you got this. You got this. We're guided, we're loved, we're protected, and just remind yourself that of every day, And if you pray, do a lot of prayers. If you meditate, that always keeps me grounded. Even when I don't want to meditate, I do it because I know that if I don't, I won't be spiritually fit, Oh, thank you for letting me read for you. I know there might be some deep things going on. So if that is the case, really, I'm just sending you lots of love and light. And things will get better. They always do, You're welcome. Thank you for being here. As they always say, it sounds cliche, but this too shall pass, And I remember going through something real hard recently. And at first I was like, why God? I literally did. I was like, why are you doing this to me? Like I was a victim, But then Source just spoke in my own heart. I just reminded myself, like, it just came to me to remind myself, God only gives us what we can handle. I get that. I totally get that. I do. And when I feel indecisive, I just pray. I just pray and seek Source to help guide me. And Source always does. So thank you, Nithya. That was a really deep reading, which is, I like fun, lighthearted readings, but the deep ones is really why I do this, because I've been in those deep, hard times so many times. And I wanted a reading, and some people charge like $100 or something. And all I wanted was a spiritual connection and spiritual guidance. But I didn't read tarot, I just didn't read tarot then. So as part of the reason why I chose to start doing this it's just to help other people like tarot has helped me, which is why I started reading for myself and then ultimately led me to here to read for other people. So thank you for letting me read for you. And I know that you will figure it out. You will, because you're always protected and guided, I appreciate you. If you're just hopping on, you can jump in the chat if you would like a reading. I'm open right now on Nithya. You got this. Thank you again for being here and letting me read for you. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's it. And doing this helps me believe too and remind myself every day. But yeah, the universe has got us. It always has, Even when I was doing really crappy things, when I was drinking and using, the world Source provided for me. So like now it's just multiplying because I'm not that bad. Well, bad. Yeah, I was bad. I'm not that person now, you know. So even in my deepest, darkest days, I was provided for. So I know things will be good for you. I'm gonna go potty while nobody's waiting. Actually, I drank like 3 cups of coffee. That's probably not a healthy habit, huh? 3 cups of coffee. Okay, I'll be right back. Didn't mean to knock you guys around. My bad. Come on down. Whoa, I hear a slipped. All right, I'm back. Welcome. If you're just hopping on, if you would like a reading, you can jump in the chat and let me know. I'm actually open. Hey, you went down? My little blind Yorkie. Yes, of course, Crow's Nest. I remember that name. Welcome back. If you're not the same Crow's Nest, welcome. If you're the same one, thank you for coming back. My feathers are going ching ching. What's your question? What's coming in love for me in the immediate future? Oh, I am doing well. I hope you are too. Okay, let's see. The cards, what's coming? Okay, just a basic, like, you just wanted a love reading. Yeah, okay. A connection, a love reading. Let's do it. Love, love. Okay. Source, creator of all, my spirit allies, thank you for being here. Thank you for this community, for this connection, and using the cards to help raise the positive vibrational field and provide spiritual connection. I said you do the same for Crow's Nest as they're seeking spiritual advice and wisdom regarding their love life and what's to come in the soon future. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to guide my words and the deck to provide words of clarity and wisdom and knowledge regarding their love life and what's coming for them. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle the deck. Aw, I get that. Slow days are good sometimes, you know? It's like time to rest and connect with your higher power. I'm going to shuffle thinking of you. I just want you to keep an open heart and open mind to the message. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and positivity. I ask that you guide my words and these cards to provide messages of spiritual wisdom and knowledge for Crow's Nest regarding their love life and what to expect. I'm grateful to our allies and swords for being here and blessing us on a daily basis. When one rises, we all rise. Okay, let's do. Yeah, right? Time to relax. Exactly. All right. The Six of Swords. I know that peaceful times will come. Well, look, whatever it is in love, it's going to be peaceful, it says. This feather keeps killing me. Six of Swords. Moving on, finding a safe haven after an intense, demanding time. This harmonious six is reassurance that you will be able to distance yourself from strife and pressure. Finances become more manageable. You complete a demanding project at work and in relationships. The card can show making up after a disagreement or moving on alone after a breakup. Whichever path brings you more security, serenity, and ultimately peace of mind. The literal meaning of the card is travel. But I like how it's saying, I know that peaceful times will come. So no matter what, in regards to your love life, that's the power message from this card. Hey, on Schumann. I was just saying earlier, I'm surprised on Schumann isn't here. I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, right, Crow's Nest. Like peaceful times is exactly what we need. Like, especially with the world we live in now. And it's peaceful. Yes, peace, please. Peace, please. All right, the Ace of Swords. The aces revealed new beginnings. The Ace of Swords, the suit of the element of air that relates to the mind, signifies success and truth, clarity, and vision. Whether you're asking about a decision in your favor or a breakthrough that brings you what you hope for, this card is the yes outcome and answer to a question. So, like, whatever question in mind that you might have had in regards to your love life, it's saying yes if you had a particular question. Whatever you are aiming for, your intellect and logic will help you bring the results you need. Now is the time to harness your ambition. So yeah, it's just calling for new beginnings, and that when this piece with this piece is coming, you know, the truth, the clarity, and the vision that you want and that you manifest. All right, the Eight of Cups. I accept my situation without resistance. Yay, yeah, I've been hoping something committed will come in for me. So, oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like peace and like it's saying new relationships. I'm ready for a breakthrough to success. Look at that. You're gonna have to come back and tell me as it goes along, how it's going. Because I love readings like this, and you're worthy of it all. It will happen. All right, the Eight of Cups. A change of heart, moving on. Eight is the number of change, and it signifies a change in your life as you transition from one place or situation to another. You may have hit a wall knowing you cannot progress further, so the only option is to walk on. Overall, this eight signifies change that is needed, and it comes quietly without soul searching. This card's message is about accepting the way things have turned out and knowing the right time to make a move. Oh, I like your reading. Yes, I love it. It's all about new beginnings and it's your spirit is reminding you that you can cultivate whatever it is you want to manifest, just by speaking it. And I learned whenever I started practicing more about manifesting and prayer too, even if you pray, is like when I pray and I manifest, I truly believe it's already happened. And I act as if it's already happened because I know that our higher power will provide, you know. Thank you, Crow's Nest. I appreciate you for letting me read for you and coming back as always. Thank you for being here and helping just to provide a sense of spirituality together. Hey, on Schumann. I see you. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Would you like a reading? Oh, thank you again, Crow's Nest. I'm sending you so much love, light, and positivity. I always get butterflies for single people because I think of, I mean, I love my husband and still get butterflies with him too. But I remember, 13 years ago when we first met, it was like intense butterflies. Okay, yeah, we can do it on Schumann. What is coming in love? So you want a love reading too? That's what I did for Crow's Nest just now. Okay, yeah. Let me pray over the deck and then we'll do a read. Okay. Source, higher power, creator of all. Thank you for being here and guiding my words in this deck. I ask that you do the same for on Schumann, and I'm so grateful for my returning. I don't even want to call them viewers because this is a community. This is a community of spirituality and connection. And I'm grateful to each of them. And I'm grateful for On Schumann and their positive vibes they always bring to this community. I ask that you guide my words in this deck for On Schumann to provide words of wisdom and knowledge regarding their love life and what's to come. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come in with words of wisdom and knowledge regarding On Schumann's love life as they're just seeking spiritual connection and clarity in regards to what will happen in their love life. And so it is. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle thinking of you, and I just want you to have an open mind and an open heart to the message. I read this deck of any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and positivity. I'm grateful to this community, to our spirit allies, to Source, to my deck, and for the open minds and hearts that allow me to read for them. Guide my words in this deck for On Schumann and help On Schumann to have clarity regarding their love life and what's to come. When one rises, we all rise. Okay. The Five of Wands. I stand my ground and look for peace. And I remember you talking to about your twin flame. So I wonder, how's that going? All right. Five of Wands. Tests and challenges. This five is a card of intense energy, which often signifies a battle of wills. The result is that you may feel tested and struggle to be heard. This is a show of ego, a play fight rather than a serious attack. The message is to try not to take the situation to heart. It will soon pass. In readings, the card can show family and work squabbles or like a literal test, such as taking a driving test or sitting other examinations. So I don't know if it's speaking in regards to your twin flame or the love or your love connection, and you know more than I do, but it's speaking of um a little bit of a struggle right now, a struggle to be heard, but it's just saying it's not that serious, like don't take it to heart. It's just a little squabble, and it might be outside of the relationship. It could be within the family or at work. Hey, my dog agrees. The King of Pentacles. I am sure of my place in the world. Come here, little bitty. Come here, then. Come here. Are you going to come over here to me? He just likes to bark. He's blind. So he sits there and barks and sometimes won't come to me. King of Pentacles. He's like dancing where his back legs are like, keep up, got him. All right, King of Pentacles. You got him. A success and financial security. Look at that. That sounds good. As a person in your reading, this king is a high achiever who has reached many of his financial goals. He is sure of his place in the world, and because of this, offers others support. He is highly protective and knows he cares for. As a situation, the card denotes being in control. You manage your money, property, and relationships with care and consideration. A general interpretation of the card is taking a step up in life and achieving your goals, and at work, gaining wealth, promotion, and respect. That's a good one. I like that card. I can see that about you because you're so kind to me, and you always bring such a positive energy about yourself. And in that reading, it said um, that you deal with your relationships with care and consideration. Like, oh, your twin flame is so lucky. All right, the Two of Swords. Whatever I decide, I trust in the outcome. It's like, yeah, just trusting your intuition. Let's see, the Two of Swords. Leave him alone, May May. A pause. Leave him alone. A pause in activity, procrastination. This too can show you feeling caught between two people or two paths, and the indecision leaves you feeling stuck and depleted. You may feel that neither route is clear nor ideal. However, there is a time for action. Otherwise, the issue becomes greater than it deserves to be as you ponder each potential outcome or avoid making a decision altogether. An additional meaning of the card is a truce or taking time out during a period of stress or conflict. That goes back to this first one. If you're having this conflict, your spirit allies are urging you just to try to let it go, and let it be to get that sense of balance and calmness back. Why does my left eye blink normally? I don't know from past. Oh, I don't know on Schumann because I'm not like, psychic. I just read the cards. I'm sorry though. It blinks abnormally, like rapidly, and it's just your left eye. I don't know. I do know that Severo. I do know that like if you're for 4 months, that's a long time. I don't know. All I can think of is like my head's thinking about how stress can manifest itself in the body. And so I would just consider, especially with your reading, like both these cards are talking about conflict right now. Not a serious conflict, but enough conflict for your spirit allies to be talking about it, and your source to be talking about it. So I don't know. Try to meditate or pray, whatever your practice is, to find guidance for why that's happening. So like a lot of times whenever I pray, like especially in my sobriety, and I felt a lot of cravings in the beginning, I would say, help lift me of these cravings. Or like when I was doing the steps and having to see how I hurt people, I was like, help guide me to see where I hurt people. So like your prayer could be like, help guide me to see why this physical ailment's happening. Like what's happening in my life that could be coming out through my body? Because stress can do that to us. I don't know. Maybe it'll help. And I'm sending you so much healing. I send so many blessings your way. You're worthy of it all. And I know it'll get better. It'll get better. Hey, Pooja. Yes, welcome back. I remember that beautiful name. Yeah, you can have a reading. Thank you, Anshuman, as always. Severo. Thank you, Anshuman, as always, for being here with your positive energy and being so kind. Can you check what's going on in someone else's life? A lot of times when people ask like about other people, I typically say no because I don't want to intrude on somebody else's life. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So I always tell like people that ask for readings that if the other person isn't here to give consent to the reading, then I typically don't ask our spirit allies about those other people. If that makes any sense, Pooja. I don't want any bad juju coming my way. You know, I believe like whatever I put out there will come back. And if this person, let's say this person maybe wants to stay secretive, then I'm intruding on them, you know, and I don't want anybody to do that to me. Severo. But I can do like a general reading for you. Would you like me just to do a general one today? Or just to see? They might speak on it depending on how related or close you are to this person. Oh, okay. About how this person feels about you. We could try. A lot of times, you know, and you've seen my readings. A lot of times it won't come out, but it might. His current feelings towards you. Is this in like a romantic way? Like, okay, let me ask you this. Are you seeking like a love reading? Is it like for love and relationships? Hmm. Okay, let's do it like that. I'll pray over it like that, and then it'll probably guide you to kind of, you know, let you know whether you're in the right ballpark or not. So let's see. I'll do a love reading and then we'll just see where it goes. Puja. My source, my higher power, creator of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for guiding my words and my actions. And I ask that you do the same for Puja. Guide my words in this deck to provide words of wisdom and knowledge regarding Pooja's love life. They are seeking wisdom and knowledge about a particular person in their life and how that person feels about them. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come in with words of wisdom and clarity for Pooja regarding their love life and the feelings of this other person. I'm sending Pooja so much love, light, and just clarity on this situation. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle the deck thinking of you and just keep an open heart and open mind to the message. I read this deck with any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and positivity. I'm thankful to this community, to our higher power, and to this deck for guiding my words and helping raise the positive vibrational fields of the world we live in. I said to do the same for Pooja. Guide my words in this deck to provide a sense of clarity and a sense of wisdom in their love life and how this other person feels about Pooja. When one rises, we all rise. Okay. All right. Your first card is the Sun. I'm optimistic and appreciate all that I have. Let's see. This magical garden is full of lush plants. Hey, Stephen, welcome. I just started a reading for Pooja, but I can write your name down. If you'd like a reading, welcome. I don't think I've seen your name. I'm happy you're here. If you'd like a reading after Pooja, I can read for you. The magical garden is full of lush plants and flowers, signifying growth and the beauty of nature. In bloom, the flowers also symbolize the fullness of success. The card presents the colors of the seven chakras: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white, representing harmony and balance. The wall for protection creates the perfect haven. The sun brings the warming sun into your life, beaming happiness. You find success and time to focus on yourself, perhaps literally a holiday in the sun or other opportunities to de-stress and recharge. The sun is also a card of personal growth and self-appreciation, so you feel worthy of and enjoy the good things in life. An additional meaning is spending time with children and family. So I see this a lot with like relationship readings where our higher power comes in and just reminds us of like all the blessings that we have and reminds us of how worthy we are, right? Oh, thank you, Stephen, for being here. I appreciate you being here. So your higher power, Pooja, is just reminding you that you're worthy of whether this person is giving you what you're hoping for. You're worthy of somebody that will if they're not. All right, let's see what your next one is. The high priestess. My intuition guides me to the truth. I love when this comes out. It's like your higher power is telling you, like you already know, Pooja. Like you know the situation, you're spiritually guided, and your intuition is telling you probably already the answer to your question. So let me read it to you. The high priestess. The high priestess stands between two pillars which separate the physical world and the spiritual realm. Wearing blue and white robes, she holds a sacred book emblazoned with the key, symbolizing teaching, wisdom, and truth. She stands upon a pathway of lapis lazuli and has a lapis stone at her third eye chakra. Lapis signifies truth, higher purpose, and spiritual knowing. Her moon crown denotes intuition and psychic connection. Yeah, Pooja, you already know the answer to your question. The high priestess asks you to follow your inner knowing. So this is a time to listen to your intuition and trust yourself. You may be drawn to spiritual development or psychic work just now. The card can also show finding a teacher or mentor and seeking deeper personal knowledge. Another aspect of this card is the need for discretion, privacy, and even secrecy. You may have a secret to protect. But I think this is going back to your intuition. Like your higher power is like, you already know the situation. Trust your intuition. All right. The Page of Pentacles. I am open to opportunities for personal growth. An opportunity, a positive influence. As a person in your reading, this page is often a young person who's enthusiastic, full of ideas and ambition. He may be in education or looking for work, and if so, the card foretells success in examinations and interviews. As a situation, you're in a growth phase, so may be drawn towards education or find other opportunities to develop your skills through work. You can make positive changes to your life through looking at practical outcomes that bring future rewards. So your higher power is not speaking directly on this person's feelings, but it is guiding you, right? If I'm not wrong, the page is in immature energy. If I'm not wrong, yeah, you're right. It is. You're exactly right. It says, um, is often a young person who's enthusiastic, full of ideas and ambition. It does. Well, look, you're already making the connection, and that's exactly what this card goes back to. It's like your intuition's there. Trust your intuition, trust your gut. And no matter what, just like the sun is reminding you to value the nature of the relationship for what it is right now. Whether it's what you want it to be or not, just reminding us to be grateful for all of our experiences, right? Because everybody's in our life at a certain time for a reason. So, but I hope it turns out to whatever you want it to be. Whatever serves your higher purpose is truly what I pray for you. And I know that you're worthy of everything. You're the divine. We're the divine. So you're worthy of it all, Pooja. Thank you for coming back and letting me read for you. And have fun. Just have fun and love and romance and enjoy every minute of it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This is really beautiful. That's so sweet. That makes my soul smile. I appreciate you. Anyone in love with you? Of course, Stephen. Of course, Stephen. There's somebody in love with you. Your higher power. Yeah. No, I'll do a reading for you. Would you like a love reading? Card, please. Well, I typically do a 3-card read. Would you like a 3-card love read? We can see what it says. Stephen Stowe. A 3-card Love read. Hey, Melissa. Oh man, and that was Friday, right? Because I didn't read yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa. That's no fun. Oh, but you got to be forward. Yeah, yeah. Let me do Stephen. I'm gonna read Stephen real fast, and then I'll read you. All right. Okay, Stephen. I'm gonna pray over the deck first. Okay. My source, my higher power, creator of all. Thank you for being here and guiding my words in this deck. I ask that you do the same for Stephen, as Stephen is seeking spiritual guidance and spiritual wisdom in regards to their love life. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to bring in spiritual words of knowledge and wisdom for Stephen and their love life and what to expect. I'm sending Stephen so much self-love and self-confidence and just a peace and calm in regards to their love life. And so it is. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle the deck thinking of you, and I just want you to have an open mind and an open heart to the message. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only speak words of love, light, and positivity. I ask that you guide my words in this deck for Stephen, as Stephen's seeking a spiritual connection and spiritual knowledge regarding their love life. I'm thankful to this community. Oh, my incense nearly burned down the house. That wouldn't be good. I'm grateful to this community and to our spirit allies, our source, and the deck for helping to raise the positive vibrational fields. When one rises, we all rise. Melissa, we are married. I just thought, girl, like I'm telling you, you know how men are. You gotta be like, you need to take me on a date. That's one thing being sober now that I learned whenever I was at rehab is that my communication skills suck. Not saying that yours do, but mine do. And I know that if I don't just speak how I feel, then I can hold resentments, you know? And I know that it's not good. So it's like I want to read for you too, but just like a personal friendly advice, you know, it's just say, hey babe, let's go out, you know, let's go out on a date. And you never know, he might have been wanting the same thing, but maybe thought you didn't want it, you know. All right, Stephen, 8 of Wands. I manifest multiple opportunities. What? So I love like this is just your higher power reminding you about the power of manifestation and that you can manifest exactly what you want. But this one even goes deeper. Look, news, messages, and energy. 8, number of change, and the passionate, driven suit of wands signifies news that creates new opportunities. It's the card of communication, and events begin to speed up. So if you've been waiting for a decision or other news, this is highly likely now. In general, there will be more emails, texts, and other messages arriving. Travel's also favored, so this busy card brings opportunities for frequent trips for work and short breaks for leisure. The advice here is to pause and consider your options rather than respond impulsively. So, I don't know if you're dating now or not, but news, messages, and energy change creates new opportunities. That's a giving card, Stephen. But it does say don't respond impulsively. Like that's my middle name, impulsive. Oh, then you got the 9 of Wands. Vigilance, strength, and defense. This 9 often shows an ongoing struggle that tests your character and your resources. You may be tired, but still need to fight on because you're almost at your goal. This is the point at which some people give up or give in, but the message here is to persevere. An additional interpretation is harboring an old wound. Past experience says it is unsafe to drop your guard just yet. For this reason, you may be overly vigilant, unwilling to trust others until you have absolute proof of their intentions. And this might be calling in like If somebody is in love with you, it might be hard to see if you're harboring, if you're having some of those, if you are having some of these feelings that they're speaking of, then that could be causing a blockage, even, unwilling to trust others. Like, I, and yeah, if you've been burned before, then I could see why, All right, let's see. The Nine of Cups. I trust in the flow of life. I always like that too. When people ask about relationships, a lot of times self-reflection will come up, but then also the manifestation card, and then like trusting in the process, which is hard when you're single. It's like someone told me, screw divine timing. Like, screw divine timing. I'm tired of being single. It was amazing. I was like, I'm sorry. I know. I get it. I've been there before. But it truly comes down to divine timing, and trusting the flow of life. Wishes granted. A wish or dream come true is the meaning of this happy nine. So do you want to be dating, Stephen? Is this your wish? That's my question. You can manifest what you desire. Look, it goes back to the first one about manifesting. You can manifest what you desire, whether this is love, friendship, wealth, security, work, or creative opportunities. When you receive what you want and need, you are generous with others. Aw, I appreciate you if you are that way. And I'm sure you are, or I wouldn't be getting this card. Sharing your good luck, your optimism, and positive attitude raises others up. You see how life flows and appreciate what you have. An additional meaning of the card is being the host. But I love how it says wish is granted, a wish or dream comes true. Oh, Steven, stop it. I have a connection with Samantha. Well, look, your cards are saying manifest it, brother. Like they're saying, like, wish is granted. You're the divine. You have the divine within you, so you are worthy of it all. And if that is Samantha, then make it happen. I'm sending you so much love, light, and positivity, Stephen. And you have to come back. Thank you for visiting and thank you for being here. But you have to let me know how it goes with Samantha, because I get excited for everyone in the community, especially like when they're talking about new relationships. And so you're worthy of it all. Thank you for letting me read for you. I appreciate that. Melissa, are you still here? I'm sorry that you didn't get a date. Would you like me to do a general love reading just to see, like, maybe your cards would be like, tell him. Oh, I'm not going to pronounce this name right. Sripech? Hey, Sripech. Yes, you can ask away. I do have Melissa if she didn't leave. But, and then Lisa. Hey, Lisa, welcome. Yes, ask. You're laughing because I probably said it way wrong, right? Sripech? Ask away. I cannot guarantee I can answer, but I can try to pray and seek. I don't know if Melissa's still here. Melissa was next. So, Melissa, if you're here still, hop in the chat. And if not, then Sripech. Forgive me. You can put your question in the chat and we'll see. And then, hey, Lisa, thank you. I appreciate that. I tried to give back what I've been blessed with. I have not always been like this type of energy, Lisa. This is sobriety for me, a spiritual connection for me. So thank you. I appreciate your energy and your positivity. The song still want a relationship with me. He misses me. Oh, okay. Sripech. Oh. Sripech. Okay. So what I'll do is just I'll do just a general reading for you, like a love reading, and it will hopefully touch in on. So may I ask, is this person Thong? Were y'all in a relationship before or no? Still want to? Okay, yeah. So yeah, y'all were in a relationship before, but maybe broke up. And I'm sorry if that is the case. I know like exes and getting over exes is a whole thing and difficult and never fun. Lisa, and I wrote your name down after. Okay, I got you. So I'm going to do a love reading and then try to just pray that we connect with the energy of your ex, okay? And see where that might go. All right. Straight pitch. My source, my higher power, creator of all, thank you for guiding my words in this deck. I ask that you do the same for straight pitch as they're asking for spiritual wisdom and knowledge regarding their love life and their ex and the possibility of the feelings there and if that person misses straight pitch. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to guide my words in this deck to provide words of spiritual wisdom and spiritual knowledge regarding straight pitch's love life and if their ex still misses them. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Even if the cards don't answer, I can answer that. Your exes miss you. No matter what, we have a connection, and whether we're together or not, or mad as hell at each other or not, we're gonna miss each other until that wound is healed. But I'll let the cards read. Look, I always like to put my ramble instead of just read. I just like to send love, light, and positivity. Anyways, okay. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and positivity. I'm thankful to this community. I'm thankful to my higher power and my spirit allies for guiding us, protecting us, and loving us. Please continue to guide my words in this deck for straight pitch as they seek spiritual advice regarding their love life and the nature of their ex's feelings. When one rises, we all rise. I crochet this little crystal holder, but it keeps adjusting to where I think my crystal's going to fall out. Okay, I need to make a thicker one. All right, the Magician. I manifest perfectly what I desire. All right, let me read. I gotcha. All right, let's see what our higher power says. The magician is at work performing a ritual. The tip of his wand touches the infinity symbol, signifying his connection to universal energy. His left hand points downward, bringing celestial energy to earth. On his table are his resources, the sword, pentacle, cup, and crystal wand, which represent the four suits of the tarot's minor arcana. In the center of the altar is a citrine crystal ball, empowering the magician's intentions to manifest what he desires. The magician brings energy to any situation. The card tells you that now is the time for action. You will receive messages, offers, and even long-awaited news. In work and personal projects, you may feel inspired to bring a dream a step closer to reality. As every area of life speeds up, travel is also auspicious under the magician's influence. Overall, positive and dynamic change is in the air. So it's not speaking directly to this, but it's saying positive and dynamic change. And sometimes exes that are in our lives and they're exes for a reason. So I feel like this card is just asking you to, now is the time for action. But then again, it also says you'll receive messages, offers, and long-awaited news. So, yeah. But maybe if an X is an X, overall positive, if there's changes involved, that could be it too. Let's read the next one and see. The Hanged Man. I can see the situation another way. Ultimately, you know why your exes and whether, like, how this applies. So let's see. A young man is suspended upside down from a tree. The tree is a representation of the tree of life, a sacred symbol of the enduring connectedness of all things. He is tethered to a branch by one foot, yet he appears unharmed and peaceful, awaiting whatever the future brings. The luminous selenite rocks below him symbolize his connection to the spiritual world. You may feel in limbo as you wait for events to speed up for others to make a move. That's pretty funny because it's like you're waiting. You're like waiting to see if this person is gonna have a second chance or want a second chance or not. You're waiting on others to make a move. The card, however, asks you to make the most of this impasse and see your situation from another angle. An additional meaning is considering a compromise as a way forward. Spiritually, the hangman can show meditation, spiritual awareness, and spiritual initiation. I'm going to leave it there because you know the nature of the situation more. So I'm just going to leave it there. But they are validating the state of limbo, and they're just saying to like see your situation from another angle. All right, let me see the next one. The Hierophant. I am ready to love and learn. Oh, I like this card. The Hierophant is the spiritual leader and teacher, a mediator or bridge between heaven and earth. Her wisdom, signified by the open book, is shared with all and comes through love and learning. The magical key denotes opening the heart to knowledge. In her right palm and at her third eye chakra is amethyst, crystal of spirituality, insight, and healing. The Hierophant card holds diverse meanings: togetherness and marriage. That was a big one. Education and spiritual teaching. However, you may interpret this card in your reading, the overarching themes are self-alignment and self-empowerment through a relationship, work, or more formal learning. At a personal level, there's a sense of peace and togetherness in mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, that's a pretty like not cut and dry reading. I think ultimately though, it's like you have to reflect on this situation and why they're an X, and then take this reading and those words. Like I'm gonna leave it with the because that's your spirit allies letting you ponder and look at this relationship and whether it's worthy of a second chance, you know. But I know relationships are hard, and I know the emotions that come and go with those are very difficult. So I'm sending you so much healing and love and light and self-love and self-confidence because you're worthy of it all. You're worthy. If that person doesn't want a second chance, well, there's somebody out there that doesn't even need a second chance because they're going to treat you exactly like you should be treated, you know? So, and you're worthy of it. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm really sending you healing vibes and just serenity and peace, you know. Thank you for being here. And yeah, just thank you for letting me read for you and connect with you spiritually. All right, Lisa, if you're still here, you can pop in the chat. Lisa. Let's see. I don't know if Lisa put, oh, so sweet. I love your energy. If you would like a reading, Lisa, you can pop in the chat. You too. Norway, like how blessed am I over here in just like mundane United States? No, I shouldn't say that. I have an attitude of gratitude. So I love my little middle Georgia abode, but Norway sounds intense. I'm so excited you're here. I love the internet and how we can just connect all across the world, you know? So cool. Yeah, I love reading. Oh, and I love it. I have like back-to-back love readings sometimes. I know it's like are you in limbo right now, Lisa? May I ask? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Well, you don't have to say it. Let's just do the reading and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm gonna pray over the deck first, okay? Let me get a drink of water. Okay. My higher power, source, creator of all, thank you for being here and guiding my words in this deck. I ask that you do the same for Lisa. As Lisa seeking spiritual advice and spiritual wisdom regarding her love life. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to bring in words of wisdom and knowledge regarding Lisa's love life and just words of self-love, self-confidence, and prosperity and abundance. When one rises, we all rise. Amen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle the deck thinking of you. And I just want you to have an open mind and an open heart to the message, Lisa, okay? I've read this deck of any negativity. I always speak with words of love, light, and positivity. I'm thankful to this community, to our spirit allies, to our source, to these cards for helping me to raise the positive vibrational field to the world we live in. Please guide my words in these cards to provide spiritual knowledge and wisdom to Lisa regarding her love life and what to expect and what's upcoming. When one rises, we all rise. All right. The first one is the Wheel of Fortune. I trust whatever the universe brings me. Hey, Falguni. Yeah, I had your name on the list earlier, but then you had to leave. I'm reading for somebody right now, but if you're able to stick around after this 3 card for Lisa, I can do yours. Welcome back, Falguni. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, hold on, Lisa. Let me open up my book. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of life, a symbol of the workings of fate. It represents unknown possibilities, those things over which we have no control. Oh, I remember somebody got a love reading one time, and you might have been here when I said it, but they were like, screw divine timing. But it's truly what it comes down to sometimes with me, well, all the time, you know. It represents unknown possibilities, those things over which we have no control. We can only ride the highs and lows, accepting the cycles of change. 10 pieces of aventurine, a stone of good fortune, mark the movement of the wheel in a swirling crystal cosmos. When the wheel appears, luck improves and you take a step closer to the success you desire. If you have felt challenged or stuck, the card indicates that you will soon be back in the flow as good things come to you more easily and naturally. An additional meaning of the card is psychic work. So if you do crystals, Lisa, it's green aventurine. Aventurine, I might be saying it wrong. Good fortune. That crystal is associated with good fortune, luck, and protection are the gifts of the green aventurine. Associated with the heart chakra, the stone also brings balance and healing, aligning you in mind, body, and spirit. So you can identify and make the most of new opportunities coming your way. Hold the crystal and feel the power of aventurine to stay balanced and positive through the ups and downs of life. All right, your next one is the 9 of Swords. I trust the present moment. It reminds me of that person that said, screw divine timing. The 9 of Swords. She was asking for a love reading too. She just didn't want to be single. And I'm like, I get it. I remember being like that. I was single for a while and I was like, why? But I grew, ultimately I look back and I had to be single for a little while to grow. The 9 of Swords, anxiety, worry, and doubt. 9s are cards of accumulation and they signify intensity. The suit of swords with its element of air and the mind, this intensity is usually read as anxiety. You may be overthinking a specific situation and worrying about negative outcomes or feel overwhelmed with random anxiety about the future. In one sense, the card symbolizes an awakening to something painful that needs to be processed. In readings, the card can also indicate insomnia, nightmares, and anything that disturbs your peace. And Lisa, if you're experiencing that, and I know anxiety, worry, and doubt is like, that was my brain before my sobriety, I'm just sending you so much healing and love and light and protection. The Emperor. I make empowered choices. The emperor or father figure sits with authority in a desert landscape. This is territory he has conquered and brought under his rule. The swirling yellow, orange, and pink sky denotes his dynamic, fiery power. The emperor's throne, with its plinth and high back, represents status, stability, and protection. The centerpiece in his crown is red jasper, echoed in the ring on his right hand. The emperor signifies a return to order, which I mean, I can see after this, like this is just validating what you're going through. I only just logged on. Oh, hey, fireflies. I'm so sorry if that is what you're going. Look, our divine always puts us in places to hear messages, doesn't it? I'm sending you so much love and light. All right. The Emperor signifies the return to order. The card also sees you creating structure and balance, able to get organized and setting firm boundaries in your relationships with other people. In work and life, the Emperor also represents powerful, solid leadership and management. So I like that. It's your allies like validating some things that are going on, but this one is like, I trust whatever the universe brings me. It's just like reminding you that to just trust in the flow of life and that we have the power to manifest exactly what we want, you know? Oh, Lisa, thank you for letting me read for you. I appreciate that. And I just keep thinking of this card. I'm sending you so much. Aw, I love it. Sometimes when I'm reading, I'm like, I have no idea if this is connecting or not, but it typically does. And so thank you for validating that. Lisa says spot on. Thank you so much. Thank you for validating our higher power, because ultimately that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, look at that. You already got the attitude of gratitude. I learned as I cultivated my attitude of gratitude, like all the blessings just come because I'm not living in fear and worry and anxiety anymore, you know? Oh, thank you, Lisa, for bringing your positive vibes here and letting me read and connect with you. I truly appreciate it. Falguni, throw me your question. You're next. And then fireflies. My twin flame is emperor in yellow, orange, pink, swirling. Whoa, you got a lot going on. Miami. What? We're moving to Florida. I love Miami. Not to Miami, but we're moving just below the Georgia-Florida line. Falguni, if you're still here, you can jump in the chat. If you belled on me again, I'm going to jump to fireflies. That's a really cool name. I think fireflies, are you new? Or have you you're coming back? I can't remember. I feel like I remember that name. Forgive me if you're coming back and I've forgotten. It's so funny. I see about twin flames here all the time too, and I just learned about twin flames. Firefly, would you like a reading? I think Falguni jumped off again. Oh, well, welcome, Fireflies. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you. You seem like you have a whole energy, spiritual vibe about yourself. I love it, especially talking about twin flames. I have a couple of people in here that came for readings on twin flames. And I had just read about a twin flame like a week ago. I'm like, I think me and my husband are twin flames. Before my husband, I could not stay with anybody past 3 years. Oh, there's Falguni. And my husband and I have been together 13 years now. That was the joke. I was like, you're not going to make it past 3 years. Nobody has. So, and I truly believe him and I are both star seeds. I think he's the indigo baby. And you see what I'm talking about him. He's like, why do I got to be a baby? All right, Falguni. Hopefully I'm not saying it wrong. Thank you. So it was my birthday today. Happy birthday. I did a tarot reading for somebody's birthday the other day in person. All right. I just want to know, what should I not forget throughout the next week? Past couple of days have been tough. I'm so sorry, but incredibly clear. Okay. Clarity's good. What should I anchor onto? Okay. What should I not forget? Just guiding you through this week. Okay. Help guide you through this week. Okay. I got you, Falguni. I'm going to pray. Okay. My higher power, source, creator of all, thank you for guiding my words in this deck. I ask that you do the same for Falguni as they're seeking spiritual advice and spiritual wisdom for this upcoming week. As they're closing out on a rough week, they're just seeking for words of clarity as to what they should anchor on and focus on going forward. I call upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to bring in words of wisdom and knowledge regarding this upcoming week and just to guide Falguni to have a successful and blessed birthday and week coming up. I'm sending so many birthday wishes to Falguni and for many more to come. When one rises, we all rise. And so it is. Amen. Okay, Falguni, I'm going to shuffle thinking of you. I wish you were in person. I got to give my in-person client like a little drawstring bag I had crocheted, and I had a crystal that I let her pick one of the crystals, and it was just an amazing experience. So I wish I could send it to you for your birthday. I rid this deck of any negativity. I only speak with words of love, light, and positivity. I said, you guide my words and guide this deck for Falguni as they're seeking spiritual wisdom and spiritual knowledge for the upcoming week. As they're coming out of things that have been difficult, they're seeking words of wisdom for what to anchor onto and how to have a good, positive week coming up, or days, months, years even coming up. When one rises, we all rise. Quit. No, ma'am. The train's coming. So my dog wanted to start barking. They usually howl, but this one isn't howling. Because she knows I'm reading, I guess. All right, the Queen of Cups. I trust my knowing and follow my heart. Look at that. It's like, what should I anchor onto? Your heart, of course, because that's where source is. Source and the divine is within us, right? So anchor onto that. I love that. That's your first card. All right, the Queen of Cups. Sensitivity, imagination, intuition, creativity, and love. As a person, the Queen can represent a loving partner or friend, a caring individual with high emotional intelligence. Supporting others comes naturally to her. As a situation, you are led by your heart rather than your head. The message of the card overall is to act with compassion, show your empathy, connect with others, and intuitively read the subtle energies at play. The only issue is a need to stand by your boundaries so you do not give too much. So, that's a lot. I won't read into it. I'm gonna leave the message there because that's a lot to take in, right? But yeah, I'm gonna shut up. Sometimes I just talk too much and don't let the cards read for themselves. My husband's validating that. He's looking at me like, yeah, you do. The Page of Cups is your next one. As a person in your reading, this page is often a young person who is imaginative, sensitive, and highly intuitive. As a situation, he denotes new positive influences. There is fun and good conversation to be had, which makes you feel re-energized and even young again. The card often heralds a phase of lighthearted enjoyment when life flows and you feel less burdened by the usual responsibilities. When this page comes into your reading, you may also make a new friend. Talking about anchoring into something. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I can't wait to see you again and hear all your good vibes coming. I appreciate you. All right, Falguni. This is the Temperance. I find clarity through calm. Oh, they're just like, your spirit allies are validating you, Falguni, about this, like what you spoke of. Like, I went through a little rocky patch, but like they're speaking of the calmness now, just like you spoke on earlier, like, okay, I'm okay though. I came out of that. I'm good. Let's see. Temperance. A maiden holds two pitchers, pouring water from one to the other at the perfect angle so not a single drop is spilled. The sun behind her gives her the energy she needs to manage her task with focus and precision. She stands upon a vast rock of blue calcite, signifying serenity and a sense of inner balance. The blue and purple irises that flourish nearby are symbols of hope and optimism. Temperance shows the need for balance and accuracy. Cling on to that balance. When life feels precarious, There may be many demands upon you, but you can take control. You may need to budget or plan your time to create stability. An additional meaning is playing the part of peacekeeper or negotiator. Wow, I like your reading. It's very good vibes. Falguni, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and letting me read for you. I hope that you come back. Thank you for letting me connect with you spiritually. It seems like a good week. Anchor in on the divine, anchor in on your heart, stay balanced. If you pray, meditate, do all those good things to keep you centered. Thank you again. I appreciate you. And now, fireflies. I love that name. That's pretty too. Fireflies. I love this community. Everybody that comes in is always so sweet. I always knock on wood because I don't have bad juju here. Thank God. Most people come in. I haven't had bombers or like anything crazy. Thank God. Tell me about my twin flame, and will we have a baby together? Of course, if it's your twin flame, you will. No, okay, I'll read on it though. So basically, you're just asking me about a love reading and if there's a possible baby. Firefly, if you're still here, hop in the chat for me. I think you are. I'm going to give fireflies a minute. And thank you all who's here watching and yeah, being part of this community. I'm always very blessed to have so many positive people here. I guess I lost fireflies. Aw. And you're one a twin flame read. I hope you come back. I like the love readings. They're fun. Well, sometimes. I won't say all of them are. Some of them are like self-reflection, self-reflection, self-reflection. That's like easier said than done. But sometimes if we don't reflect inwardly, then, we can't have a healthy relationship. So a lot of times the divine side, stop worrying about the other one and worry about yourself. I blew out my incense. Firefly, if you're still around, I'm going to give you another minute before I close out. Can't believe it's already been 2 hours. Like, my mind was like, oh, I just want to knit. I've been knitting and crocheting. I'm like, I just want to knit, but I'm so thankful I hopped on and was able to share spiritually with everybody, because I just love sharing a spiritual connection with people, because I know how much peace and love my spirituality has brought me. And I love being able to do that for other people. And it also helps raise my spiritual vibrations. It keeps me connected with the divine, because I get to do it through reading for y'all. So I truly appreciate y'all. I say it all the time, but I truly do. Okay, well, I guess Firefly had to go. Well, Firefly, if you come back, please let me, well, I'm saying if I'm logged off and you come back another day, I'll make sure I can read for you, okay? I want to read about your twin flame. I was going to wait another minute, but I don't know if you'll be able to come back or not. I feel like I should wait longer. I'm going to wait a little bit longer, see if you come back, because you were here for a hot little second. Emperor in yellow, orange, pink, swirling. Miami, man. Wow. That's a lot of it. Okay. I'm going to go. It has been over 2 hours, so I don't need to, but I'm trying to knit a beanie. And I think I want to give it to my mom if it turns out okay. But yeah, thank y'all again for this community and this space. And always remember that we're loved, guided, and protected. And always remember that you're beautiful, you're bountiful, and you're blessed. Namaste.